Hey there, you're listening to the 9th episode out of 10 of the podcast 10 Films I Hate About You, and this podcast is all about going through my 600 odd DVDs and throwing out DVDs that aren't worthy of our time.
9th episode, huh?
9th episode, and so far...
I'm still alive.
Yeah, so far it's 2-6. 2 have been thrown, 6 have stayed. Unfortunately, the 2 DVDs that have died, metaphorically, are High School Musical 3, Senior Year Extended Edition, and Home and Away Secrets in the City. The first was a fight that we didn't even fight, we just agreed. And the second, our Facebook fans rose up and turned against me for the first time ever. It's this new feeling. They always turn on you, Kevin. This time they turned on me. Even Chanstar.
Now you know how it feels to be a villain.
Are you saying
I feel like you antagonize me when I crap on your DVDs.
Well, I bought them for a reason, after all. Anyway.
And you review movies.
I do review movies.
This is, doesn't reflect well, does it?
Look, there are many reasons to buy a DVD, and not always is the reason because it's going to win an Academy Award. Sometimes there are different reasons.
All right, keep telling yourself that.
And let's segue into today's reason. I bought this DVD because it's something that I watched in grade 6, and one of the actors in the film is from Home and Away. Yes.
So you're withholding dinner from me right now.
Yes. Because...
I'm very hangry.
Yes.
And now you're saying...
Because before we could start eating dinner, I had to reveal to you that today, Kevin, we are watching The Fire in the Stone, based on the book by Colin Tearley. I'm holding up the DVD cover so Kevin can marvel its majesty.
It's brand new.
It hasn't been opened. I bought this recently from DVD King. I was waltzing through DVD King. Shout out to DVD King. And I saw this and I was like, oh my goodness, I haven't watched that since Mr. Fote showed it to me in grade 6. I'm going to buy it. Yeah. So it was $13.88. It's a piece of Australian history. It's got Raymar in it. I mean, what else could you want? The blurb?
Not to see this.
You want the blurb? Okay, I'll give it to you.
Go on.
Adapted from Colin Tearley's popular novel in 1984, The Fire in the Stone tells the adventurous story of 13-year-old Ernie Ryan, a troubled teenager coming to terms with the separation of his parents. Living tough in the South Australian mining town of Coobapedy with his alcoholic father Robbie, Ernie dreams of one day uncovering a rich haul of precious opals in order to reunite his parents and bring the family back together. Driven to make his dreams a reality... I feel like we could insert that meme here. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Anyway, driven to make his dreams a reality, Ernie sets off in search of undiscovered riches and is well rewarded for his hard toil. But when his precious find is suddenly stolen, Ernie sets out with a friend, desperately determined to track down the thief and take rightful ownership of his treasure. Sounds great.
Yeah.
Yep. And on the front it says, "The chase of a lifetime in Australia's outback." And it looks like they're in some kind of buggy car.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What is it? Yep. This is what we're watching.
How long?
Look, 93 minutes. So, you know, that's pretty good. Now, some things to excite you about this DVD, because I know you're not very excited. Firstly...
What gives that away?
Raymar. Some facts about Raymar. This is probably the only thing I actually remember about this DVD. Raymar has red hair. That's exciting, because whenever I saw him on Home and Away, he had white hair. So, you know...
Barely any hair.
Yeah, but this is awesome. Also, I'm fairly certain he plays the bad guy. Spoiler alert.
Well, he wasn't the bad guy in Home and Away?
No, he wasn't. He was Alf. He was friendly.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm trying to hold on to some piece of Home and Away nostalgia. Anyway, we're about to watch The Fire in the Stone. So...
Is it The Fire and the Stone or The Fire in the Stone?
The Fire in the Stone. Because you know how when you look at an opal, it's like fiery.
Never see an opal.
What?
What?
Oh, I thought that...
What? Is that like a compulsory thing?
I feel like they have them in like Australian gift shops everywhere. Like, it's like a thing.
Next time I'm in an Australian gift shop, I'll be like, oh, okay.
Sorry. I'll take you into more Australian gift shops more often. Okay, we're about to watch Colin Tearley's The Fire in the Stone.
Of course.
This film was, in case you're wondering which version of this story we're about to watch...
Wait, there's more than one of these movies?
I don't know. This says it was made in 1984. Surely that can't be right.
Poor effort.
The
They
film
haven't
came
even
out the
researched
same-
it.
I know. I'm sorry. The film came out in the same year as the book, according to the blurb. I need to research this more. Anyway, we're about to watch this film. If you've got a copy at home, make sure you put it in the DVD player, give it a watch before we continue because we are going to spoil it. I kind of already have a little. And if you don't have it, DVD King sells copies for $13.88, according to the cover of mine. It might have gone up in price. I don't know. G'day, mate. Welcome back to 10 Films I Hate About You, the podcast where we... What?
Shut up, you filthy.
I
mongrel.
know. I can't help it.
Oh,
Although,
mate.
I feel like less of an Australian after watching The Fire and the Stone.
True dinks, mate.
True Dinks. True Dinks. I didn't know True Dinks was a thing. I knew about Fair Dinkum, obviously. True Dinks.
Oh, don't be stupid, cobber.
Sorry, mate. Anyway, yeah, we are officially back from watching The Fire and the Stone, a film that really blew us away.
It's true Aussie film.
Yeah, it certainly enhanced my vocabulary and confused me. I didn't know there were so many idioms that I just had never heard of.
Like what? Come on.
I can't even remember. Like, characters were saying whole sentences. I did not understand what they were saying. Honestly...
It felt like I landed in Australia just like for the first time again.
Yeah. I said to Kevin, everyone in this film kind of sounds like... It reminded me of Blinky Bill. Like, it was like all these characters like, extraordinary, like this the whole time. And I was like, what?
So wait, Blinky Bill's based on real Australian people?
It's based on real Australian koalas. I stand by that statement. Don't look at me like that.
They sound like, oh, mate.
And that's the only line I know he says.
Oh, God.
Definitely
Right, come
fiction story. Non-fiction. Blinky Bill, non-fiction. True story of a koala.
What year did this movie come out?
1984. I don't know if you knew this already, but apparently it was originally a TV movie.
Oh, no shit. Didn't realise.
Actually, we kind of picked that up halfway through because the music came in. They were building up to some commercial breaks, that's for sure.
No. Alright, yeah. Sorry to all the fans out there, but no one will watch that in the cinema.
Yeah, so the film came out in 1984. Apparently the book was published in 1973. That makes a lot more sense. I don't know why the DVD cover kind of led us to believe it was 1984. But anyway, Kevin, mate, are we keeping this film?
I don't know.
I don't know if I can keep up with his accent through this podcast. I keep coming in and out of it. I don't even know if I'm doing it right.
I think this national treasure,
Yes.
not just the opals, will be a pretty good relic to show future people of how awareness has developed in the last 30 or so years.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. How about we recap and then we have this discussion? Because I know this discussion is coming.
Look, I was very distracted with the... Did they really just say that?
Yeah.
On national TV?
Yeah.
Anyway, so Fire in the Stone. You have Ernie, who's our main protagonist,
Yeah.
with his friend Willie.
Played by Paul Smith.
Who cares?
Well, okay.
The guy doesn't even have a photo on IMDb.
Doesn't he? That's disappointing.
I'm not surprised.
Well, he could have had a great career.
Oh yeah, go on.
Paul Smith. Paul Smith was born in 1968. He was in Mission Impossible, Kev. He was also in Police Rescue and GP. Oh,
Alright, we're dragging on. We're dragging on.
I've
Come on.
got to see something because
This is good podcasting, right?
I know. Police Rescue appears to have the entire cast of Home and Away in it. Interesting. Anyway, yes, carry on, Kev.
See, now I'm lost.
Okay, you got as far as Ernie.
You're trying really hard to be invested on the production of this movie and the cast. They're probably stuck in the opal mine somewhere.
Oh my.
Ernie was there, main protagonist, his friend Willie. They obviously live amongst the opal mining community.
Of Coober Pedy.
So they all live in dugouts, which are ex-opal mines.
Yes.
You have your own private mines if you want. Just as long as you rent a piece of land and you start digging, mate. Anyway, so we start off with Ernie digging some opals. A bunch of them, worth a lot of money. Oh, actually, no. We didn't start there.
No, we started with Dad.
Dad, trying to, cash in on some opals that he got.
He was, watching through the window of, the opal man's house. The man who buys the opal. So Dad's outside looking in his window while a bunch of blokes were trying to sell him some opals. And Dad was like, oh, mate, if we buy their mine, we can have all the opals. And he goes home and tells his son. And his son thinks it's bull dust.
I didn't understand a word they said. There you go. Thanks for clearing that up. I didn't know what they were doing there.
No worries, mate.
Anyway, fast forward. So Ernie's digging away. Goes opals. Old mate Dingo comes in. They're going...
Well, Ernie finds a real big opal.
Well, let's just assume he found some opals.
He thinks they're worth 30k.
Yeah, a lot of money. A lot of money for someone with Steve Irwin haircut. Anyway.
I would compare him to Zac Efron. I said that to Kevin the film.
You're not selling this movie well if you do that. Yeah, I mean, Zac Efron's cool and shit now, but nah. Come
Ernie
on.
finds
Stop
his opal.
distracting me, please.
Okay, sorry.
I'm already distracted by the accents and the racism in this movie.
Yep.
I've completely forgotten the plot. Because...
It's a very simple plot, really.
It is. So, basically, digs up some opals.
Yep.
And he, goes outside. Dingo, some random dude. I don't even know what his role is.
Not the animal.
Yeah, no. So just turn Australian then. Yeah, some bloody dingo just drives in a car. I go, woof, woof, woof. I'm like, what are you doing?
This when we say a dingo stole my opal?
Inappropriate.
Oh, no.
Jeez, Katie.
Yeah. Well, Dingo did steal the opal.
Yeah, he did. So, Dingo's Dad's mate?
Yeah, Dingo's
whatever.
Dad's mate.
They're all mates.
Dad's out of town looking for more opals.
True Aussie, community. Everyone's mates.
Dingo's checking in on Ernie, sees him digging in other people's mines, and is like, "Oi, mate, he's found something."
And then, Dingo steals the opals.
Well, yeah, Dingo drives into town to buy the mine, and they run into Dosh, and Dosh drives them into town. It's
here we go.
Land Cruiser race.
It's a Land Cruiser race. It's like Fast and Furious.
Yep.
South Australia drift.
Yep. There are no roads.
Yeah, basically. So, Dosh, played by Alf.
Played by Ray Ma. Dosh, played by Alf, played by Ray.
Picks up the kids, and they're like, oh, what do you want me to do? Let's beat that guy.
Yeah.
Down to the town.
Yep.
Downtown, baby. So, Dosh and the kids just commit several crimes while in this Nissan Patrol. Sorry, it's not Land Cruiser, it's Nissan Patrols.
Okay, thanks.
So, they basically speed down this dirt road, 100k plus.
I don't know if they were going 100 Ks, but...
Oh, it felt like it. Come on now. It's
it was a car chase. It was great.
It's Australian Fast and Furious.
Yep.
And they just basically run off Dingo off the road.
Yeah, poor Dingo.
Basically kills him. But no, it's fine. They all laugh. It's like, he crashed his car. He's probably dead.
They didn't say he's probably dead. They were like, that'll teach him a lesson or something. What'd they say?
I don't know. I didn't understand what they were saying. Alright? Don't correct what I don't know.
Okay.
Jeez. You're getting the fire from my stone, mate.
I wish we wrote down all the quotes of all the things, but we didn't. It's very...
We're going to watch it again.
It's very troubling. No. Because after
you do own it.
The plot gets simplified.
Because you can't get any simpler right now.
Well, they want to buy the mine where they found the opal, or rent the mine where they found the opal, but they have to be 16, so they go to their Greek friend who's 16.
To try and buy the mine.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey you! Hey you! Cultural stereotype there.
Yeah, because the whole family says it.
And they have terrible accents.
Yeah.
It sounded really put on. But anyway, old mate, they go there. They try to buy it.
They get it.
Oh, they get it, and then
But while they were getting it, Dingo
stole the opals that they found.
Yeah.
And then they realize that. They go to Brogan.
Oh yeah.
The local constable. Brogan helps him out. Well, to a certain extent.
Brogan's basically like, oi, Kids, get out of it. I'll take care of it.
Go on. Go on, keep going with the accent.
No, that's all I got. All of my people in this film sound the same.
Well, because they all do. I didn't know who was talking. No, their mouths were freaking moving. They're all mumbling. You know? I sound anti-Aussie now. Anyway, so they tried to prove that Dingo stole the opals. And then they found him dead.
Yeah. Murdered.
He was, blunt force trauma. But as Brogan explained it, he was like, oh, he got hit with something flat, mate.
Bit of wood.
A bit of wood, There's no blood on the thing, so we've got to find a piece of wood. Paraphrasing, but basically...
Yeah.
Basically what they said. So, good detective work there, Brogan. Blunt force trauma.
The words blunt force trauma are never used in this film.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm trying to give them credit. It's one of those, it's the tip of my tongue. He got hit with a flat thing. Anyway, so the next suspect now is Dosh.
Well, the kids think it's Dosh.
Yeah, because
Brogan's
because their theory is that Dosh saw Dingo. Oh Lord, Dosh saw Dingo steal some opals, and Ernie and Willie suspect that oh god. Old mate. So it's theorized by Ernie and William.
William? He's not William, he's Willie.
That Dosh witnessed Dingo steal the opals, so he murders him to steal back the opals again. And then, further investigations. It's like, Brogan's a bit hesitant to investigate because, should I believe these kids? You know what? There is a lot of money in this. I might help him out because Ernie's dad's a bit of a dickhead. Forgot about him. What's his name?
He's a bull duster.
Yeah, he's a professional bull duster. So dad's a bit of an alcoholic, just a tiny bit, and a compulsive liar. So there was a quote at the end of the movie where Ernie says to his dad, "Oh, I used to enjoy your bull dusting, aka I used to love it when you lied to me, but now it's not funny." Poor kid.
I think Dad's name
His dad
is Harry.
Anyway.
Oh wait, no, maybe not. I don't know what Dad's name is.
Who cares, Katie? It's Dad. All right.
His name's Dad.
He's the only basically dad other than the Greek dad in this movie.
Yeah.
So,
I've ruled
for
out.
reference, people, if I'm saying dad, it's Ernie's dad. If it's Greek dad, it's Sophie's dad. Sophie will come along. I'll explain her, later on. So, they got me lost. Oh, bull dust.
Dosh has stolen the opal. I keep going to say diamond.
So I'm talking about dad.
Okay, Dad.
This movie is so linear that it all looked the same throughout. That I don't know where I'm at. Because they're just there. Opals, racism, opals, beer, opals, driving, four-wheel driving, opals.
Tatooine.
Oh yeah, that's right. So, Katie, who's the one who chose this bloody movie, goes, well, where did they film this? Tatooine? It's an opal mine. She didn't know that these places existed.
No, I assumed the opal mine
Don't stop
would look like
bull
that.
Dusting, mate.
But I had no idea Ernie would live in like Luke Skywalker's childhood home. I didn't know that's what his home would look like.
So culturally insensitive here to the people that live in the dugouts.
I thought you were going to say I was being culturally insensitive to people who live on moisture farms.
Oh, it goes both ways. Anyway, keep sidetracking me, alright? There's an important story to tell here for those people that want to save $13.88.
Yeah.
Where am I?
Dad drinks.
Dad's an alcoholic. He frequently lies to his son. He travelled to Adelaide. What was his reason?
No, he wasn't travelling to Adelaide. He was travelling off to...
He was off somewhere.
He was digging for opals.
Yeah, he was...
With his mate
He was travelling to
Davo.
He was travelling to more opal mines. Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares? Harry was the friend.
Yeah.
He was like, where's Harry? Oh, we had a bit of a blue.
Yeah.
Right. But, Dad's a liar. And, he's known to be a very neglectful dad in the town because they keep going to Ernie going, oh, mate, you're just like your dad, you're reckless and, stupid.
14-year-old Ernie is living alone in his
showering outside his dugout.
Yeah, and just running around looking for opals.
So, while watching this movie, I got really invested with the relationship of the dad and Ernie here. Because it's terrible. So, in between the main story, obviously the subplot is dad. Let's just say that. And dad's, making friends with random dudes. He meets Davo and Hazard and all these fellas. And
basically anyone who's got a vehicle.
Yeah, because dad's got doesn't have a car.
He doesn't have a car and he likes to dig for opals.
Yeah, so, he kind of makes deals with the people that he basically hitchhikes from. And it's like, hey, if I find more opals, I'll share with you. So he does what he does for a living. I actually didn't realize that was a dad until the grocery scene. There was a grocery scene where I think it's indicated that he's back home. And
he was away over Christmas.
Yeah, that's right. It was Christmas time.
Yeah.
And, the Christmas lunch? Christmas lunch?
Christmas lunch was with Sophie.
Sophie. All right, let's introduce Sophie. Sophie's the sister of, what's his name?
The Greek friend.
What's his name?
I feel like they didn't use many people's names.
Hey you. That's it. That's his name. Hey you.
Yes.
Hey you. Hey you. Hey you. So the 16-year-old Greek boy.
Nick.
Oh, classic. Of course his name is Nick. Oh, Lord. What's the last name?
Andropoulos.
Oh,
I know.
Who's he played by?
Theo Hertsinidis.
I was going to say, if he was played by Nick Giannopoulos, here we go. Anyway, Sophie, she goes to school in Adelaide, but she's obviously from the town that they're at. Yeah. She goes to a private school, boarding school, obviously. And she comes home every Christmas, like, a nice little family do. And she's got the hots for Ernie.
Yeah, bad.
It's not even subtle.
No.
She's way beyond puberty. And she's feeling the heat, not just in the minds. Calls him Spunk.
Hey, Spunk.
Yeah, Spunk.
Hey,
and
Spunk.
Subtle digs are like, why aren't you kissing me?
At one
point, touching me?
She threatened to tell her father that Ernie she basically blackmails him.
Yeah, sexually harassed.
She's like, if you don't let me come, or if you don't come with me now, I'm going to tell my dad that basically you... She says something like molested or something.
Yeah, grope me or something.
That you, yeah. And then he's going to break your legs.
Weird way to get someone's attention, but anyway.
I was just like, oh my.
She's really horny. Really horny teenager. So, they have a little kiss before Christmas lunch, and, Sophie's dad...
There's even this one quote where she says to him, oh, if my mum knew we were talking about sex down here, she wouldn't have let me come or something. And I'm like...
Stop saying come like that. Oh my Lord, Katie.
What is this podcast turning into?
You made me watch this movie, mate.
I can't believe I watched this movie in year 6. Like, there was a dead body. There was, like, so much sex from Sophie.
Well, there's not actual sex, guys.
No, but she's discussing it all the time.
Implied. Anyway, that's Sophie. So she's part of the gang. So it's her, Ernie, and Willie. And, Willie is the Indigenous friend, which, it's just terrible. Like, the subtle digs, not even subtle digs, it's blatant digs of racism here and there.
And everywhere.
Terrible. Anyway, so, where are we? Christmas lunch, Dad. Yeah, Dad was in the grocery shop. This was after Christmas.
Yeah.
The day after Christmas. So he was supposed to come home at Christmas. So he was buying groceries from the local shop and tried to trick the local shopkeeper that he didn't have money. So they were like, oh, I want to put in a tab. And turns out that good old Ernie has paid for the tab.
With the little opal money that he did have. Yeah,
that he had left. Which, really kind of indicated that, Ernie's the caretaker of the family, not Dad. And Dad's got the balls to slap his son in the face
for paying the
bill. The groceries and going, why you put shame on me, son? Asshole.
What a bull duster.
He's an asshole.
Okay.
Oh my God, why would you show that shit on TV? You know what I mean? Like, anywho, so the investigation goes further. This is like Stand By Me in the
Australian edition.
Yeah, exploitation edition. They found a dead body, and teenage kids just go for an explore, trying to
Yeah, I suppose Brogan, the police officer, it's not like he's a bad police officer. He goes to the Opal...
He's skeptical. He's just skeptical.
He's skeptical, but he does go to the Opal dealers and he makes sure that no one sold a big Opal. And when the massive Opal dealer, Herman the German... I don't know why everyone needs a race in this film, but anyway, that's what he's called, Herman the German.
Mm-hmm.
When he comes into town, because he buys Opals... Brogan's watching him and making sure that no big opals are being sold. So he's trying to basically track the opal while the kids are like, nah, let's follow Dosh around.
Yeah, it's Scooby-Doo. It's a mystery.
Shady.
Yeah.
So Brogan...
Scooby-Doo mystery machine.
Brogan also does find the murder weapon. So he's kind of...
So he finds a murder weapon and he's just holding it. Like, hey, mate, check this out. And like, there's the blood there. It's like it's a piece of wood.
He actually goes, and
then don't touch it. There's blood on there.
No, it's Dingo's brains. He's
That's right.
There's Dingo's brains.
He's sounding exactly like him.
Yeah, I know. Worked hard on that.
Yeah, there you go. If there's a remake, you can play Brogan. Anyway, so they further investigate, and obviously they're really trying to get Dosh.
Yeah.
And
they follow him out.
Yeah. So they keep following him. They break into his house.
Yep.
You know, through the
sunroof.
The skylights. The sunroof. They couldn't break into the house because the door was locked from the outside.
Yeah, and the lock was more elaborate than the locks on the dorm house, so they couldn't break in because Sophie's hairpin didn't work. Yeah,
so basically Sophie's the local pick locker.
Yeah.
Lock picker, sorry. Pick locker. Idiot. And yeah, because she learnt it from being in...
sneaking out to discos.
Yeah, sneaking out to discos. Because, you know, they shut the doors at 8. But, you know, most good discos open at 10.
They don't get going till 10.
That's it.
That's
Sorry. Shit.
It's when the Bee Gees start. No, I don't know.
70s, mate. 70s.
Oh, this is 80s. The Bee Gees might have
10
still
years.
Been. I know. But
Anywho, rock and roll is kind of rolling in, you know. AC/DC is coming in fast.
At the disco?
No, this time.
I was like...
Are you kicking the thing? It's bad for the noise, bro.
Okay, sorry.
Jeez.
My bad.
And you produced this show.
I try.
Anyway.
I might throw this one out after I listen to my own accent.
Well, you sound the same.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
What? Hard truth?
Yeah.
Anywho, they try to really, really focus on... I keep forgetting his name. Alf.
Dosh.
So, you know, and then plot thickens. Dosh is now trying to kill him.
Well, first, they follow Dosh out into the outback. He's chainsawing trees. Don't know why.
Yeah.
Never revealed why. Was it to make a runway? But he wasn't, like, completely uprooting them. I don't know.
Hey, that's a lesson in how to cut trees down.
Anyway, Dosh goes out of town, chainsaws down a bunch of trees. They watch him from afar. He's doing it into the night. They stay over. Dosh catches them there and becomes
Ernie
murderous.
and Sophie hook up.
Oh, I was skipping that part.
So, you know, Dosh, he's being investigated closer and closer by Brogan. And the kids realise that... Because they can't find the opals. They can't find where he's hidden them. So, you know, because there's no evidence of that he's stolen them. Because he hasn't really cashed in. No one's cashed in the opals locally. So they're suspecting that he's going to leave.
Brogan basically tails Herman, the German, the opal dealer, until he gets on a plane to leave town.
Yeah.
To make sure no one sells the opals to him.
And then it turns out that, what's his name? Dosh.
Yeah. He's in cahoots.
Yep. So he basically sabotages the plane.
Well, his mate does.
Yeah. So someone sabotaged the plane. It was his plan. Come on now. Let's fly through this.
Okay. Oh, you're punny.
True dinks. Anyway.
Yeah. They sabotage the plane.
And then, Brogan's like, we can't find the opals. You know? Oh, no. So while this chase between Dosh and the kids were happening, Nick breaks his arm because he was trying to chase his car that Dosh turned the handbrakes off. They
stay overnight. They're watching Dosh chainsaw trees. Dosh catches them. He lets the handbrake off on the car.
You secretly love this movie, don't you?
I do. It rolls down a hill.
You're like looking at me going, you're not giving this movie any justice. Yeah, so Nick injures himself through the events of Dosh versus the kids.
Yeah.
Let's just say that.
Then the plane comes down. They are looking for help. They rescue Herman. Dosh then shoots the plane.
Yeah,
The crashed
make it
plane.
look like it crashed, even more so.
Because it explodes.
Anyway, so I guess going through the climax here, Nick breaks his arm, goes to the hospital. They're talking about lost opals and where Dosh could hide it. And the nurse goes, "Oh, my husband said if you want to hide opals, you hide it in the mine. They'll never look." Lo and behold, it's in their mine.
Yep.
That's where Dosh hid it because they'll never look there.
Yep.
So
He's hid it in
He's hid it
Nick's
there.
mine.
He's dug in the dugout for to hide the thing and set some booby traps and stuff like that. So they're having this big chase and massive climax of the movie.
Yep. The chase through the mine.
Yep. They're chasing around. Sophie's there. Willie and Ernie are running around trying to find the opals and avoid Dosh. And, they clearly really tried to point out that there's a booby trap here. I wonder what's going to happen.
Many close-up shots.
Yep, of the wire. And then they run around. Dosh goes crazy and he trips on his own booby trap.
Yep, he does.
And then screen goes to black. What happened? So we fast forward to the hospital. Dad visits
Ernie.
He's alive. He's well.
Yep.
But something we missed is Ernie's mum. So clearly Ernie's parents are separated.
They've been separated 5 years.
There you go. She's been writing letters and she wants them back. So Ernie makes his dad go to Adelaide to visit mum. While he goes, digs up some opals. So fast forward to the hospital scene. Ernie realizes that Dad was bull dusting because he tricked him.
Well, Dad bought a ticket to Adelaide, but
that Ernie paid for.
Oh, Ernie bought a ticket to Adelaide for his dad, and his dad was like, "Just one beer at the pub before I go."
Clearly he didn't go. So neglectful parent. Anyway, so they're alive, and the movie ends really, I would say sad, but just like,
It's kind of clear what happened, and also not.
Yeah, it's like, they kind of resolved it. Dosh is doshed, and they all go their separate ways.
Well, Ernie's kind of like, "Dad, you're a bull duster.
Yeah, so
Bull dust out of my life."
that's what like I mentioned before. He used to love Dad's lies. Well, he's bull dusted enough. God damn it.
Have we mentioned bull dust enough? Every character in this film seems to have like a word that they say. For Ernie, it's bull dust.
Dad was pal.
Yeah, pal. There was a lot of pal.
True dinks.
For the whole Andropoulos family, it was, "Hey, you!"
And from Sophie, it's just all horniness. Anyway.
Hey, Spunk.
Yeah.
I forget what Willie's was.
Oh, he keeps singing bloody Rolling Stone.
Oh, yes. Forgot about that.
Yeah. He's a big fan of Rolling Stone. Good taste in music. Anyway, so they all go their separate ways. Sophie goes back to her school. I think Ernie decided to go to Adelaide.
We don't really know.
Yeah, because he boarded the plane where Willie was on.
And we're like, "Oh, he's going to Adelaide. That's lovely."
But Willie's on there because I think Ernie's taking him to the big city hospital.
Yeah, because it's the Royal Flying Doctor Service.
Yeah, so clearly he's injured from the mine explosion. And that was it.
Yeah, there's a throwaway line where Willie asks Ernie if groupies like guys without legs.
Or do groupies like guys on wheelchairs?
Yeah, he's very well adjusted.
Yeah, trauma be gone. Nothing like, fixing your trauma with opals and Rolling Stones. Wait, Rolling Stones opals? Oh, I just got that. I just got that.
True dinks.
True dinks, fair dinks, all the dinks. So yeah, that's the movie.
I think it is now time to address.
I was very invested on the social issues.
Yeah.
More so than the opals.
Yeah.
Because how much do opals cost now?
I don't know.
Anyway, that's not the social issue I want to talk about. All right, child safety. Good old Ernie.
I didn't know this is where this was going.
Yeah, this is one of the social issues we're gonna,
All right.
It's a bad reflection of Australia, especially if they try to show this to international people.
I'm not sure they did.
Yeah, good. Your dad's just neglectful, lying, Is it the time? Is it the... I don't know.
I don't think it is, because there's other people in the film who are like, Ernie, your dad's no good.
Yeah. So people can recognize it. People in town can recognize that, his dad's a shithead. And Ernie's just getting smacked around, trying to fend for himself. Finds a dead body.
Yeah.
Just mines without a torch. Yeah, no helmet. He doesn't even have a bloody bag for his opals. He puts it in his shoes. No wonder he lost it. Stupid Ernie.
He broke his shoes because of it, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. And so it's just like, alcoholism, I don't know if the writers, obviously the writer of the book, what's his name?
Colin Teely.
Really, tried to emphasize that there's a shitty relationship between the dad and the son, but I don't think the movie really tried to, it normalized it. I don't know if it's how did he say it? Irony?
Oh.
I don't know if it's an irony.
That was meant to be a joke.
Yeah. That's, they tried to say that Nick was very illiterate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so there's a lot of neglect and stuff like that. So, but the other issue, I think the bigger issue.
Yeah, the issue.
I don't know but I think obviously this next issue is bigger than the one I said previously.
I feel like the stuff between Ernie and his dad, it's bad, but I didn't have such a problem with it.
The bigger issue.
Yeah.
Because this movie was 1983, 84,
84.
Yeah. So early 80s, mid 80s. Is the racism.
Yeah.
I know that Australia as a country is a late bloomer with this social context. But, man, lost all respect to Alf.
I feel like there were
they normalised it.
Well,
it felt like they normalised it.
From what I can identify, there were kind of two types of racism in this film. There was all of the white people using racial slurs, basically. Or,
stereotyping.
Yeah, which, not okay. But then there were also all of the lines that Willie delivered.
Self-deprecating.
I don't know if it was self-deprecating. I feel like it was more in the script that they'd written in these lines that basically would identify kind of tokenistic.
Yeah, so obviously Willie's a token friend. You know what I mean? Like, as harsh as that sounds, that's what he was in the movie. Like he was borderline the comedic relief, which is he did a lot more in this movie than anyone else. So he was a spy, he was everything. And one example of the racism in this movie is I hate to repeat it, but they said it. So Willie got a Walkman for Christmas, and then Sophie and Ernie were like, oh, that's a mad gift you got there. It's like, oh, beats carrying a didgeridoo.
That's what Willie said.
Yep.
The other one that stood out for me was when they were breaking into Dosh's house, and Ernie said to Willie, oh, don't go walkabout, because he's meant to be on lookout. And Willie kind of responds, oh, I'll try to, he said something about not follow my natural urges kind of thing. Yeah. And I was like,
It's ridiculous. And then
I just feel like they were like, okay, what are some words that white people know that relate to Aboriginal people's didgeridoo, walkabout? Let's throw them in.
Yeah, and the sad thing is, obviously, like I said, completely different, I guess, countries, but there's a lot of movies that were filmed in Hollywood that African Americans were leads around this time when this film was made. You know what I mean? But then, while they're filming movies in Australia, it's like they're still using them as...
Are you talking about blaxploitation?
Not even that, but 80s. That's the rise of Eddie Murphy and stuff like that. So, they're not looked at as... Yeah, there's blaxploitation, but they owned that. You know what I mean? This wasn't blaxploitation. No. It's completely different. Wow, we're getting really deep and...
I would be interested to read Colin Tilley's books. I haven't read any Colin Tilley since I was a kid, but I'd be interested to know if the representation that was created on film is the same as the representation created in the books.
Benefit of the doubt here for the book is that maybe he's trying to emphasize that this is how, I wouldn't say immature, but just insensitive and normalized these things are back then. Let's say that. Anywho, I think that was a funny irony. That's another one with the Greek family where, I don't know, like, it's just like they had the stupid son.
There was
and,
there was also this one particular shot where Ernie and Willie were walking out of the police station, and in the foreground of the shot there were these three
Indigenous kids.
Were they kids or were they men? I don't know.
They were kids.
But they were just drinking in the gutter, like just drinking alcohol. And I was just kind of like...
Look, we won't dwell on this too much because, you know...
This is meant to be a funny podcast.
Yeah, it is. But, like, you know, this is the reason this movie was funny in a sense to looking back and going, holy shit. You know what I mean? Like, that was just 35, 84. So 36 years ago. You know what I mean? Like, is it 36? Am I doing my maths right? I don't know.
I'm too tired to check.
Yeah, I'm too tired. I'm too appalled to check.
I think, okay.
Ball dust. Anyway.
I did enjoy all the Australian colloquialisms.
Yeah,
I enjoyed watching Raymar run around with his guns and chainsaw trees for no reason.
Racial slurs.
I didn't enjoy that part. I will say this though, while I was watching the film, what I was thinking about, like what was in the forefront of my mind are all of these arguments at the moment about cinema history.
Yeah.
But seriously,
I know.
Especially surrounding Disney, because as we all know, a lot of the older Disney films can be quite racist or are quite racist.
Yeah.
Let's not change the modality.
But most of them were made way before this.
Yes. And so there has been these instances in recent times where bits of movies have been chopped out, because they are racist. And honestly, as I don't think I can even weigh in on this debate, because I'm white, I shouldn't weigh in. But it's that argument of, do we cut it out because it's racist, or do we keep it because it?
Like I said, it's a relic of what was. You know what I mean? Like, which is kind of like for me.
I don't even think it's a relic of what was. Like, I think there's plenty of people who still like.
Yeah,
that.
I know.
And I know. Yeah, I think that.
This is like, how in a sitcom there's always the sad series episode.
It's episode 9.
Yeah, it's the penultimate. We've gone all political. Yeah. But
what I'm trying to say is, if you were to cut that out of the film, you'd be hiding a part of history. As disgusting as it is and as hard as it is to watch, you'd be hiding it, and therefore you'd be...
We're caught between a rock and an opal.
You'd be making a bunch of people... I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of, But
I don't know what's better. I don't know whether it's better to cut it out or to leave it there and...
Who bought this movie?
Say, hey, this happened.
Who bought this movie?
I did.
Who bought this movie?
1388. I don't know why I was allowed to watch this in year 6. The racism is so racist, and the 14-year-old girls are so... she blackmails her brother by telling him that if he doesn't help her, she'll tell their mum about his porn stash. Yeah. Like,
oh yeah, not that.
Why?
Anyway, so keeping this movie or not, look, it's laughable that how crazy and how recent it is to to put that on national TV. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's kind of sad.
Yeah, that's the sad humor in that. It's just like the ironic things, like, oh god, that's that's freaking ridiculous. I'm not saying the racism was funny. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying it's funny how it was just that short time. 30 years is still 30 plus years. Still not that long ago.
No.
And it's crazy. And like, look, you can see the book feel of this movie. You can tell that it's made for teenagers, which...
It's definitely a young adult book.
Yeah,
but I would like to know what Colin Tilley's lens was. I want to know if the lens was shifted for TV and to appeal to Australians of 1984. Like,
let's remove the comedy tag on this. This is a very somber podcast.
Hello.
Yeah, I guess
Okay. I feel like we should
get rid of it. I think we should forget about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. Okay. Let's not even put a poll on Facebook for this one. Let's just bury it with the rest of the opals.
Shall we # controversial in this podcast?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think racism aside, the movie really showed its age through the fashion and stuff, which was funny. You know, it was funny. Like the
It was
the Australianisms minus the racism was pretty funny. Yeah, it's ridiculous. You know, it's a very
exploitation.
Yeah, cliche Australian stuff. So, you know, let's remaster this movie. No, let's forget about this movie.
Let's put this at the back of the DVD collection.
You bought it, mate. I'll put the blame on you. Now you've wrecked the series.
Yeah.
You've wrecked the series.
I'll bring us back up next time.
Did you think I was going to go this deep in this? Did you remember this movie that much?
I remembered some things. I remembered Raymar running around and chasing the kids with a gun. And I remembered Willie sitting on top of the dugout singing the Rolling Stones. But that was about it. And probably when I was 11 years old and watched this the first time, I didn't even see the racism, which is scary. But now I can't unsee it.
See, this is a lesson for you.
Yep.
Opened your eyes.
It has.
Not everything nostalgic is good.
Yeah.
And this is the end of the series.
No, it's not. We'll be back next week or next fortnight, whenever this podcast releases. Anyway,
follow us on our socials.
If we haven't completely depressed you as we've depressed ourselves, give our other episodes a listen. They are very different to this one. You'll be like, who are these people?
Just like the Opal Minds, we went really dark in this one.
Yeah. Anyway,
I feel bad.
This is episode 9 of 10, so we will have another episode in a fortnight, and we'll be looking at a comedy that I have seen more recently, so I can guarantee...
Spoiler.
Yeah, I know, spoiler alert, sorry about that.
You can guarantee that we'll end this on a good note.
I hope so. In the meantime...
But let's hope I don't dig into the social context of this stuff, huh? See, you want me to review a movie? Boom. Lucky I don't write for the website.
I just... let's let this one go.
Yeah.
Check us out.
Analyzing brain.
Check us out on our social media. We are on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we are on Twitter, we are on all of these things. You can find us at Inconceivable Reviews Official on Facebook, at Inconceivable Reviews on Instagram, and at Incon Reviews on Twitter.
We barely use a Twitter.
We do barely use our Twitter. We also have a website, www.inconceivablereviews.com. On the website, we release weekly written reviews of new releases. So this week, actually we're getting to a few things this week. We are getting to Miss Fisher's Crypt of...
You don't even know the name of the movie.
I don't. Chance Star's going to that one.
You've never seen any of it.
I know. I'm going to see Kezon's Game and The Invisible Man.
You sound so proud. Kezon's Game.
I know.
Oh my God.
That one person on Instagram was
What's
like,
that?
yes, do it.
I don't even know what
said,
that
yes,
was.
I will. Anyway, check us out. Let us know what you think of this episode. If it was a real downer, I'll try to steer away from Ausploitation ever again. Love to hear your thoughts. Give us a shout out on the socials.
If ABC's listening, you can invite me to Q&A.
Yeah, maybe that's our next big venture.
According to this podcast, I have a lot of thoughts on child safety and racism.
Yeah. But are we really, to be put up on a pedestal on either of these topics? Like, I feel like I know nothing.
We're just very opinionated.
Yeah. Yeah. We're very opinionated. Listen to us more.
Yeah. Give your opinions.
Yeah. Give your opinions on us.
To this very opinionated podcast.
All right. Catch you next time, guys.
True dinks.